Hey guys, it's me. My name's Robin O'Neill. Your name, you've got a name too, and this is me reading stuff on iTunes and Podomatic. How's everybody doing today? Happy Thursday, May 18th. I appreciate everybody reaching out after my non-glorious return last week. Actually, I was feeling so good last week, wasn't I? Last Thursday when I recorded the return to doing the podcast episode, I felt better than I had felt in honestly probably 6 or 8 months or something. It was definitely the acupuncture that kind of woke some things up in me, I guess, and then it hasn't been so great. I had a good half of a Friday, and then I crashed pretty hard, and I haven't been feeling well ever since. So sadly, I don't know if the chelated magnesium's working. I did acupuncture again on Monday. I'll do it again tomorrow. But in other words, I would appreciate any good vibes, prayers, thoughts. If you happen to be an expert in cardiology, reach out to, I don't know what the email address is that David from Hawaii checks for me, but I think it's me reading stuff at iCloud.com. I believe. Try that and see if it works. You guys, thank you so much for tuning back in. I'm sorry I'm complaining still, but look, it's one thing to have, I've always got sinuses. I tell you guys, I love my cat, but I'm allergic to my cat. I got other issues. Those things are fine. Remember when I had some weird dryness on my eyelid, my left eyelid? Well, looking back, I shouldn't have even mentioned that because that's ridiculous. That's a problem one can handle. When your heart, a major organ in your body, is acting like this, that's a whole other animal. So I'm not trying to feel sorry for myself. It is what it is. I'm accepting reality. I have a bad heart. I'm trying to be grateful for what I do have. I can still walk around. My legs function. My hands function. So when I do have a little energy, I can draw, which makes me happier than anything. I can eat a donut. Billy got up early. He was getting donuts for everybody he works with, and he got me donuts, and he's calling right now, so I'm going to thank him. Hold on. I guess most podcasts probably don't do that, just put everything on hold to answer their phone. But you know what? We do it a little differently here. So anyway, I've got a donut. My favorite donut is chocolate glazed, I guess. It's the ones with chocolate on top. Honestly, as you may have heard on here, newcomers, if you haven't heard, I don't love desserts all that much, but I love donuts. So a lot of times if I know other family members are going to be eating dessert after dinner or something, I'll go to the grocery store and get one donut for me. That's my favorite sweet, I would say. I think maybe of all time. I would say a donut. But I hate jelly-filled donuts with a passion. Ugh. I really hate them. I like a real basic donut, like a glazed donut or this chocolate donut. I used to love old-fashioned. I haven't had that in a long time. Speaking of donuts and something I used to talk about a lot, I want you to know that the last time I drank coffee was sometime in March. And so I'm staying true to that because I have to. So, that was a big topic of conversation here. I always talked about coffee, but I don't know what to do. It's like I've said, it's the love of my life. I love it more than anything. And I mean that with all of my heart, but I can't not fuck with it anymore. So far, I've been drinking hot water with lemon and chlorophyll. I wish it was chloroform. I feel like I want to put chloroform in my hot water with lemon, but chlorophyll is good for you. So there's been that, and I'm afraid of anything else right now because anything that kind of jazzes things up usually will affect my heart. So I'm sorry. I'm not a part of the club who loves coffee anymore. By the way, if you've sent me something to read, a lot of people emailed whatever that email address is, and I haven't gotten to anything yet, but there's apparently a lot of people sending me all sorts of things. So I'm sorry, I'm very slow. I'm still catching up on everything, and it's going to be a long time before I get to those emails. But you know what I wanted to read to you? If you listen to this podcast, one of my favorite writers of all time, in my top 3, is Mark Strand. And I'm sure I've read from Almost Invisible, which from my memory, is his last poetry collection put out before he died. And it's an Alfred A. Knopf book published in, I think, the original 2012, paperback 2013. And I would just want to go ahead and launch right into it. Exhaustion at Sunset. The empty heart comes home from a busy day at the office. And what is the empty heart to do but empty itself of emptiness? Sweeping out the unsweepable takes an effort of the mind, the fruitless exertion of faculties already burdened. Poor empty heart, old before its time, how it struggles to do what the mind tells it to. But the struggle comes to nothing. The empty heart cannot do what the mind commands. It sits in the dark, daydreams, and the emptiness grows. I also wanted to read from Sam Shepard, put out a book, Day Out of Days. That's a vintage book, 2011. This is called Promising 2-Year-Old. The axiom goes, no man with a promising 2-year-old ever committed suicide. He hangs on the training track rail at 4 a.m. in the pitch dark, feeling the rumble of hooves through the turn coming right up into the hollows of his old knees. He sips on his hot chocolate and coffee mix and feels like a genius for breeding this blistering fast colt. The whole rest of his life is a catastrophe. His marriage, his family, his dying friends, his lost opportunities. But this colt, even in the dark, as he flashes by, rippling sorrel muscles, the rhythmic blasts from the nostrils, this colt lights up what's left of the man's mind. That part that still lies vulnerable to the brilliance and courage. It lifts him up like a love affair, or the great ball of sun just now cracking over the backstretch. You guys, I'm going to put a link in the description of this podcast so you can find how to find Sam Shepard's book and the Mark Strand book. I recommend everything by both of those guys. Let's see, what else? Sad about Chris Cornell today. I wasn't a huge Soundgarden fan, but I was a huge fan of the album Louder Than Love when I was young. When did that come out? 80, 90? Something like that? I was really into it. It's just a sad day. No matter if you like Soundgarden or not, that's sad. Sorry for all the noises. It's a noisy atmosphere. And I've got my windows wide open because it's beautiful out. It's just perfect. There's a cool breeze that keeps hitting my face as I talk to you, so that's nice. I want you guys to remember, you can always follow me on Instagram and Twitter at ROBYN_ONEIL. I also want to thank everybody who's left me an iTunes review. I've missed a few of them. I think I mentioned I got my first negative one and got really pissed off about it and upset. So no thank you to that person, but definite thanks to Robot Gas, who said, this podcast is the perfect uplifting distraction I didn't know I needed. Well, thank you, Robot Gas. I love you, and I'm here for you whenever you need me. You guys, I also just want to clear the air and say I know I'm not on my A game yet, okay? I'm just not. When you feel this bad, you're not going to do a good job on your podcast, but I am pushing forth. I'm trying it anyway. I'm doing my best. So thank you for allowing me to kind of stumble. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest that I don't feel well, but I still love doing this, and I still love communicating language. I love communicating language with you. May you be well. May you win every game on your phone. May your food digest perfectly today. May you not wake with too much sleep in your eyes tomorrow. May your bra be comfortable and your neighbors be quiet. May you receive a handwritten letter in the mail. And I hope you don't drown if you go to the ocean. Don't forget, everybody's doing their best, people, and people are deeply flawed, and I guess that's going to have to be okay. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.